There's a reason why babies never fail to learn their first language, and it has nothing to do with studying grammar. Today, I want to explain what comprehensible input is, because everything that we do at Massive English, every single video, is built around this idea. And once you understand it, you're going to see language learning in a completely different way. Bear with me, I'm about to take you on a short history lesson. Comprehensible input has been a serious topic in language research since the 1970s. A researcher named Stephen Krashen, I hope I pronounced his name correctly, did a huge amount of work on this. And his core idea is simple but radical. We acquire language when we receive listening and reading input that we can mostly understand. That's it. That's the foundation. We don't acquire language by studying the rules. We don't acquire language by repeating phrases. We acquire it when we understand the messages. And the research has confirmed this over and over. In every situation where people successfully learn a language and reach fluency, whether they realize it or not, they were getting comprehensible input. Here are the most important things to understand. There are two kinds of language knowledge. The first one is conscious knowledge. When someone explains a grammar rule and you understand it with your thinking brain, you can remember it, write it in a test, and explain it back. Now, there's the second one, which is the unconscious knowledge. The language that feels automatic, that comes out of your mouth before you even think about it. The kind of knowledge that native speakers usually have. The problem with traditional English learning is that it's built on the first kind, conscious thinking brain knowledge, and almost none on the second. So you end up knowing the rules, but you can't use them. Because when you're in a real conversation, you don't have time to be thinking about the 5, 10, 15 different grammar rules before responding. The language has to be automatic. Comprehensible input is the automatic kind, the unconscious kind, the kind that actually works when you're speaking. Now, what does it look like exactly? Let me give you some examples so that it can be more concrete. Think about this. A parent is reading a bedtime story to their child. That is comprehensible input. The parent is speaking at a level the child understands, and the child's attention is on the story, what's happening in the story, and not the grammar. And without ever studying, the child acquires the language. Now, imagine a language tutor brings a fruit to class, holds it up, and says, apple. Technically, that is comprehensible input. You understand the word, but it's at its lowest quality comprehensible input possible. Because the word is not connected to anything that matters to you. It's not part of a story. It's not part of something interesting. Your brain has no reason to hold on to it. The best comprehensible input is meaningful. It is content that you actually care about. Something interesting, something funny, something that tells you something about the world. That's when your brain locks in. Now, let me tell you what it is not. Comprehensible input is not like some of those language apps that you can find in your phone, in your App Store or your Play Store, where you are rearranging words on the screen. That's output, not input. You're producing language, not receiving it. It is not repeat after me drills, not grammar tables, and it's not translation exercises. And here's something that is important. It's also not watching and then actively thinking about the grammar. If you're watching one of our videos and you stop to analyze the video, say something like, wait, why did she use the past perfect tense there? Your brain has now switched to conscious mode and you've stepped out of acquisition. The idea is to focus on meaning, on understanding what is being communicated. Let your subconscious brain do the rest. For comprehensible input to work well, there are really three main ingredients. First, it has to be understandable. You need to be able to understand most of what you're hearing. Not every single word, but the message, the story, what is happening in the story. Because if you're completely lost, your brain can't do anything useful. The second one has to be something that can keep your attention. Your brain needs to be engaged. That's why interesting content matters. You really need to actually be listening and not daydreaming. The third one, there needs to be a lot of it. Acquisition takes time. It takes hundreds of hours of input. There's no shortcut. But when the content is genuinely interesting, those hours don't feel like work. Every video on this channel is built around this idea. I work hard to make sure that you can understand what I'm saying. I use drawings, gestures, and context so that your brain always has something to hold on to. I try to make it engaging because your attention is everything. Your job when you watch my videos is simple. Try to understand. Don't analyze the grammar. Don't translate everything into your language. Just follow along, enjoy it, and let your brain do what it's designed to do since the day you were born. In my next video, I'm going to talk about grammar, specifically why studying grammar rules can actually get in the way. Yep, I know, that sounds strange, but stay with me because this one is also very important.